Hi, my name is Matt McCahan, owner and producer of HotRodRegal.com. If you've been following along, you probably noticed we do things a little bit differently. Initially though, I created the website to share my ideas with friends and family, keep myself motivated, and to create a SEMA quality car for myself. Today I'm here with my friend Gregory Craig and his 1979 LSX El Camino to introduce a new product that everyone with a carburetor can use. It's from Cool Carb Technologies. And Greg, why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Thank you, Matt. What we're going to start out with is a 1979 Chevrolet El Camino. It has an engine produced by Mass Motorsports. It's called an LSX 440. The intake manifold we're going to be installing a combination on is a General Motors intake manifold designed for the LS7 engines. The carburetor we're going to be using is one from Quick Fuel Technologies called a Black Diamond 950. Thank you, Matt.
Okay, cool. Let's get started.
First, what I'd like to explain is the different ways you can purchase your kit from Cool Carb Technologies. It comes in two different configurations. The first configuration is the 1/8 inch spacer or 1/4 inch spacer material. We chose to use the 1/8 inch spacer material because of our hood clearance issues. Next, it comes in two different configurations as far as kits. You can purchase it with all necessary hardware, gaskets, studs, and so forth, or if you choose to purchase it with only the spacers, you can do it that way in the heat shield. We chose to purchase ours complete. We've already installed the studs that it came with. We put a drop of Loctite Blue medium strength on. It has sit, it has cured, it's ready for the installation. First gasket is your base gasket. That's installed. Now we're going to install the heat thermal shield. Before I do that, Matt, if you could explain the material and give them a close-up of that, please.
Sure. What you have here is an aluminum, polycore aluminum composite. And the function of that is the first layer of aluminum is going to deflect most of the heat from the engine. The second layer of polycore there, the slightly different color, is going to stop most of the heat from getting through. And then the last layer of aluminum is going to disperse any of the heat that actually does get through.
Thank you. Now we're ready for gasket number 2. After installing gasket number 2, you're ready for your spacer plate, the second one. Same material. Matt, could you explain the reason why this is necessary for a particular application?
Sure. This spacer plate here is used with the Holley and the Quick Fuel Technology style carburetors, basically for clearance issues. If you don't run this plate, you're going to have your accelerator pump hit the heat shield. Now, the Edelbrock guys, if you're running one of those carburetors, you don't have to have that second layer. But most of those guys do for two reasons. One, to keep it cool, and the second reason is it's a larger air gap.
Thank you. Final gasket. Now we're ready for the carburetor installation. The carburetor that we chose to install on this build is manufactured by Quick Fuel Technologies. It is a BDQ 950. We purchased ours with the adjustable fuel log. It does have provisions where you can install a fuel pressure gauge, and we've also installed a Quick Fuel Technology fuel regulator. Now we're going to install the inline. It's a number 8. This is the return line. It's also a number 8. At this point, you would be installing your accelerator cable bracket if you need it. We're going to choose to use one on this particular application, your stainless steel washers and your nuts. At this point, we're going to simply install the breather to show you the breather that we chose to install. The breather is manufactured by Spectre. It's designed for large displacement engines with large carburetors. It does have a top on it, or what they refer to as a lid, that has the same element that the side is. It flows excellent. It's designed again for very large applications like ours. At this point in time, that's all there is to it. What I'd like to do is thank you very much for following along in the build. I hope you continue following us in the future progress of the LSX El Camino and also the future progress of the Hot Rod Regal.